the cherished prize, hockey's symbol of supremacy. Inscribed with dreams for 100 years, the Stanley Cup is the greatest trophy in sports. Last year was the 100th anniversary of the Stanley Cup. Now we begin a new century of glory. Eastern Conference quarterfinal, Montreal and Boston. A classic series, Canadiens and Bruins, the 28th playoff meeting in their history. As Game 1 began, Bruins goaltender John Casey was looking to answer his critics. And a healthy again Raymond Bourque was looking to win a Stanley Cup for the first time in his 15-year career. For Casey, Bourque, and the Bruins, it all began well.
Bourque again! Czerkowski scores!
Making his playoff debut, Mariusz Czerkowski, the first Polish-born player in the NHL, got the first goal of the series. Taking command of Game 1, the Bruins' power play went 3 for 6.
Here's for Wesley! Patrick Waugh down! They score!
The Bruins' 3-2 victory was their first in 9 playoff games dating back 2 years. Now they looked ahead.
This game's over. You can't dwell on it. And, you go into Monday night and, they're going to be a little fire in the belly. And so we are. We still have it from last year, losing 4 straight, and we're going to keep going.
But in Game 2, the defending Cup champions from Montreal stiffened their resolve. An important factor was Kirk Muller.
Gilbert Dion back for the Canadiens. DiPietro. Muller, shot, scores! Kirk Muller!
Spearheading a comeback, Kirk Muller scored 2 third-period goals that would help the Canadiens take a 3-2 lead. At the other end, Patrick Waugh was giving a 40-save performance.
Here's the shot! What a glove stop by Patrick Waugh!
Classic indeed. Montreal and Boston, 1 game apiece. Another quarterfinal matchup, Islanders and Rangers. For the New York Rangers, the shadows of 1940 are forever looming. That year, 1940, was the last time the Rangers won the Cup, a fact well known, especially on Long Island. With their eyes on this year's prize, the first-seeded Rangers began the Battle of New York with a thunderous salvo.
Score! Messier got it in the zone to Leach, and it is a 1-0 Ranger lead. They look in front. Shot. Score! Steve Larmer! Score! Hextall missed it. Score! Scores! Score! Zubov! A very bad goal.
Game 1 was tough for Ron Hextall and the Islanders. The 6-0 loss was the worst in club playoff history.
The game was a combination of them playing extremely well and us not playing very well, but today's today and tomorrow's tomorrow.
But Rangers goaltender Mike Richter made the tomorrow of Game 2 look a lot like the yesterday of Game 1. Richter posted another 6-0 shutout. The last time the Rangers enjoyed back-to-back shutouts in the playoffs? You guessed it, 1940.
The puck has bounced well for us. And on top of that, we've scored on our chances, and we played hard. And we wanted the first 2 games at home. We got it, and now we got to go win a game in their building.
Now it's time for the Alka-Seltzer Plus Plus Minus Award final update. When you got a cold and you got to get relief, you got to get Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold Medicine. A powerful force. That's Scott Stevens of the New Jersey Devils. The big defenseman is a plus anywhere on the ice, taking care of business in his own end or finishing on the attack.
Here's the centering pass. Stevens, he scores!
New Jersey's Scott Stevens is the winner of this year's Alka-Seltzer Plus Plus Minus Award. Our show continues with the Caps-Penguins matchup. No lack of motivation in Pittsburgh. Last year's second-round ouster ended the 2-year Stanley Cup reign of Mario Lemieux and company. But that was then, and this is now. In Game 1 against the Caps, Mario proved he was ready.
A one-timer in the goal by Mario Lemieux, his second of the hockey game.
But 2 goals from Mario weren't enough. Jim Schoenfeld's Washington Capitals have some goal-scoring talent, and they weren't shy about putting it on display.
This is Bondra on the right wing, tries to cut to the net, does, scores! Peter Bondra, and that's exactly the kind of goal he must score to help the Capitals with Pavanka and Konowalchuk. Here comes Juneau to the net. Juneau walks in, scores! Joey Juneau, and the Caps lead by 2.
7th-seeded Washington scored 5 times. Game 1 belonged to the Capitals. 2 nights later, it was clear that both Elvis and the Penguins wanted to get their act together for the second game.
If we don't win tonight, then we're in a deep, deep hole and deep trouble. So everybody realizes that. I think EJ has mentioned it, but it really goes without saying. You lose your first 2 games at home, you're buried.
The Penguins staved off trouble by taking an early lead. Mario Lemieux led the way, and line mate Rick Tocchet followed.
Deals to the point. Traffic in front of Defoe. Here's a shot that sails wide. Rebound. Scores! Pittsburgh with a goal. They lead 1-0. Mario Lemieux, his 3rd goal of the series. Shot by Hagley, and then he sails wide. Rebound left in front. Byron Defoe is down. There's a loose puck. Rick Tocchet fires it in, and it's 2-0.
Those 2 goals held up thanks to 34 Tom Barrasso saves. The Penguins, with something to prove, had evened the series. Now on to the Sabres and Devils in their quarterfinal matchup. A close-up look at the series between New Jersey and Buffalo shows 2 factors, defense and goaltending. The Sabres and the Devils finished the season 1-2 in fewest goals against. Rookie Martin Brodeur got the call to start Game 1 for New Jersey ahead of veteran Chris Terreri, and the 21-year-old netminder showed plenty of poise. But a Buffalo rookie also had something to contribute.
Here's Howard Chuck from the right point with a shot. Brodeur with a save. He stretches out. Score for Buffalo.
Todd Simon scored on his first ever Stanley Cup shift. That was all the Sabres would need because their goaltender, Dominik Hasek, was at the top of his game.
Hasek tipping it along to Jason Daw, looking to control. Smith again with a shot. Save! Hasek. Nichols sending it back over to Stevens. Nice pass to Richer with the shot. Hasek with the big save and covers up.
Adding an empty netter, the Sabres beat New Jersey 2-0. Dominik Hasek giving ample proof as to why he was the regular season's top-ranked goaltender. After Game 1, Buffalo had reason to smile, but Game 2 was a different matter. The Devils came at the Sabres with all they had.
He's got control, however. Back over to Bernie Nichols. Slap shot, save, rebound, save again, the Dominator. Duquesne tries it. The net goes off its mooring, and there's a big pileup.
Dominik Hasek was once again in the Buffalo net, but this time a desperate New Jersey team found a way to put the puck in there as well.
And the puck is cleared by Nichols. Come on with Richer. 2-on-1 break now. 3-on-1 New Jersey. Score! Finch is in on the play. Works it back to Nichols. Here's Stevens. Low hard shot. Scores!
Goals from Stefan Richer and Scott Stevens helped the Devils to a 2-1 win. Low scoring as promised, the series was all even at 1 game apiece. Now the Eastern Conference playoff update. Here's Warner Fussell.
Thanks, Mike. With Patrick Waugh sidelined due to appendicitis, the recently acquired Ron Tugnutt started in goal for Montreal in Game 3 versus Boston. The Bruins were out for bear.
Here's Reed with the shot, scores! Same spot as Knipker, and it's 3-0 Boston.
Boston with a 6-3 win and a 2-1 series lead. New Jersey figuring how to score against Buffalo's Dominik Hasek. The Devils with 2 goals in 2 games. Game 3, another defensive battle.
And guided ahead, the puck by Bobby Carpenter. Svoboda had it taken away by McKay, and a shot by Alvaline, and a goal!
Hasek was beaten twice. The Devils victorious 2-1 and lead the series by the same count. The gritty Capitals trumpeting their defensive play. Washington suffocated Pittsburgh in Game 3.
Joe Ricci. Ricci shot, score!
Joe Ricci with both goals in a 2-0 Caps win and a 2-1 series lead. Islanders' jubilation was short-lived as the dominating Rangers jumped to a 3-0 series lead with a 5-1 victory.
On the lead, in the slot, Graves, he shoots, he scores!
Oh, what a play.
The Eastern Conference playoff update.
Now Brute presents the check of the week. Brute, men are back. Stanley Cup intensity means body checking galore. Instead of one check, we'll give you more. Stay tuned. Stanley Cup style.
Brady bowled over by Keane.
In Detroit. Kevin Constantine and Scotty Bowman. Sharks and Red Wings. Game 1 a mismatch? No way.
We are underway with Game 1 and the first ever playoff game for the San Jose Sharks. Pop is still with it, breaking it on goal. Saved by Irving. Here's Balloon with Baker in front, missed him. Throw it, they score! And the Sharks lead 1-0. Here's Norton. Shot deflected, Makarov rebound, backhand, they score! It's 3-0. He's pursued by Kennedy. And now Chase on a shot, he scores!
The Detroit Red Wings have fought back from a 3-0 deficit. The octopus that's been coming on here for almost 40 years, tossed on the ice right there.
Elliott back there as well, and they get the puck. Here's Elliott, back through, shot. They score! It's Krupa with the shot, and the Sharks lead 5-4. Irby out of the net. It's over. The San Jose Sharks have won the opening game, shocking the Detroit Red Wings 5-4.
I think our team effort was real big and for 100%, and I'm pleased and very proud of our guys who made it happen, our first playoff win in Sharks history.
Another Western Conference matchup, Blues and Stars.
A truly historic day in the Lone Star State. For the first time ever, Stanley Cup playoff excitement invades Texas as the Dallas Stars take on the St. Louis Blues, the quarterfinals of the Western Conference.
With Curtis Joseph in goal for Game 1, St. Louis had a proven playoff performer. The Stars, on the other hand, went a different route. Starting for Dallas was Darcy Wakalot, whose experience was rather limited.
37 minutes of postseason play for Wakalot, who stopped Tony Herkus on a drive.
Dallas took a 3-1 lead into the third period, but Brett Hull and the Blues chipped away, drawing even with 2 tallies on the power play.
Housley with a quick shot, he scores! Phil Housley has tied the game with 5:21 to go in regulation.
But the tie wouldn't last long. The Stars had a point of their own to make.
To Ludwig, the shot, he scores!
Grant Ledyard deflected home a Craig Ludwig blast. The Stars took the first game of the series 5-3.
It's a big boost for this team, but like you say, we got a long ways to go. So I think it's going to be a long series. They got a great team over there, and it just goes to show you can never take anything for granted against them.
Career playoff win number 1 for Darcy Wakalot. Next in the West, old-time hockey, Hawks and Leafs. Everyone knew there would be fireworks at Maple Leaf Gardens. Most thought they wouldn't come until after the game started. The series appeared quite even.
I think we matched up well against Toronto just because of the fact that there's a lot of similarities. You know, there's 2 top goalies. Both teams are based on defense. Both teams have 2 or 3 star players. Probably the edge that we would have over a team like Toronto is they don't have a Chris Chelios in the lineup.
But Daryl Sutter wasn't counting on a lapse from goaltender Ed Belfour, who started slowly and never caught up.
Now routes to the Hawk line. Centered at Vanderbilt. A shot. He scores! And Vanderbilt, a short-handed goal. A less than auspicious start for the Eagle. It's 3-0 Toronto.
The Leafs short-circuited the Blackhawks, making it the kind of night when even Toronto coach Pat Burns might relax. Everyone in blue and white was looking good.
It's centered, deflected to Mironov, centered at Andreychuk, open net tap in. Dave Andreychuk never seen a more wide open goal than that. He taps it a nice speed. It is 5-0 Toronto.
A little too early to start the celebration, but the Leafs did give the Hawks plenty to think about in Game 1. Time now for Teamwork, a better way, brought to you by Glidden, a better way to paint. Russ Courtnall of the Dallas Stars makes the kind of pass everyone dreams of, especially when it comes in the playoffs.
Darbo takes his pass but can't control it.
And it's Courtnall with the backhand pass right on the tape to Gilchrist. Nifty little pass by Russ Courtnall.
That's teamwork. That's a better way. Continues with the West. Canucks and Flames. The Calgary Flames have not won a playoff series since the glory year of 1989, and they are very mindful of that fact.
Since we won the Cup in '89, we haven't had a lot of success in the playoffs, and once you set a standard in the community, in the city, they expect that every year, and sometimes it gets tougher as the years go on, but, we feel pretty confident this year. We've had a lot of success, faced a little adversity, and we're hoping for a great playoffs this year.
To do that, the Flames would first have to get past the Vancouver Canucks, who are a little bit ornery about their own history. But helping Vancouver write a new page is Pavel Bure. The Russian Rocket got it going.
By Courtnall in front. Bure scores!
Bure made it 1-0 in the second period, and it was all Canucks from there as the Flames flickered in the night.
Linden pounces on the loose puck. Linden goes to the lane. Scores!
A parade of Canucks tallied 5 times. At the other end, Vancouver's Kirk McLean turned back all 31 shots he faced. The 7th-seeded Canucks beat the 2nd-seeded Flames 5-0. A tough start for a King club that hopes to wear the crown. Now the Western Conference playoff update. Here again is Warner Fussell.
Thanks, Mike. Dallas goaltender Darcy Wakaluk was a surprise starter for the second straight game. There might have been more of a surprise for St. Louis netminder Curtis Joseph, who faced 51 shots on goal.
Chris Gilchrist with Mike Modano. And Shane Curla. Modano shoots!
A 4-2 Stars victory and a 2-0 series lead over an expected St. Louis team that's getting the blues. Lackluster Detroit turned to rookie Chris Osgood, who made his first Stanley Cup start in Game 2 versus an aggressive San Jose club.
But here's Tom Peterson. Shot saved by Osgood. Rebound. Lariana. Stick handling. Backhand saved by Osgood again.
Osgood stuck it to the Sharks 4-0, evening the series at 1 game apiece. The Vancouver Canucks were looking to grab a 2-0 series lead over Calgary, but the Flames scored 4 power play goals and 1 shorthanded.
Now it's stolen by Joel Otto. Otto for Sullivan, he scores!
Calgary victorious 7-5 to even the series at 1. Classic Toronto-Chicago hockey. The Leafs a 1-0 overtime win and a 2-zip series lead.
Held into Gillis. Leafs win.
That's the Western Conference playoff update.
Get ready for the best of the best. Top 5 saves of the year brought to you by Calcium-Rich Tums.
Lume clears out. Bure after. He's got a breakaway. Bure moves in, fake, shoots, and a save! Oh, what a save by Joseph on Pavel Bure.
Boy, Bure had him going, but what a save by Curtis Joseph.
James clears it out. Hull coming in alone, all alone. Vincent Riendo, none better. Hull, all alone, just like a penalty shot.
With Borsato, they crisscross at the line. Next move by Shamrock, Linden. Here's Borsato open net. Great save by Brad Pure, who got his glove out and took a sure goal away from Luciano Borsato.
They don't make him any better than that.
Here's this Casper Talking now, breaking back into the Panthers end, towards the goal. Now Van Beesbroeken. Van Beesbroeken now moved his stick out, knocked away. Right in front, here's Hansen. Shooting stop, rebound. Oh, what a save by Van Beesbroek. They gotta give him 5 to 10 for that save he just made on Marcus Naslund. Write it down. That one is going to be one to remember on the year.
Ball breaks out with Corkum Bryant. 2-on-1 if he hurries. Drop pass to Durst. Wide. Slap shot save. Rebound they lose. Oh, and what a save by Ribnak. Flat on his back. He had the left arm off, and the glove hand was able to stare it before it went rooftop.
Take a shot with us next time as Brute presents Hockey Week.